Dream Life Motivation.
Hey, what's up? In this quick video, I'm going to share a strategy with you guys that helped me to take my life from literally 0 to 100. It's something that I learned from people like the Kobe Bryants and Oprah Winfrey's of the world. And this is some of the same information that I've shared with audiences all across the United States, from California to North Carolina, and from Texas to as far north as Illinois. And again, it's just really helped me to just take my life to an entirely different level. Whether you're looking to find more time to get in shape, to improve your business, make more money, improve your relationships, it doesn't make any difference. This short video has everything that you need to know about 24-hour mastery. So I hope you find it valuable, and let me know what you think.
Time was 4 a.m. We went out to practice at 4 a.m. and that was your idea to do it.
But
and then, you know, all these Nike people are like, no, let's not do that. And then you're like, let's do it at 4 a.m. So you got security, you got brand marketing, sports marketing going, no, let's not do it. You're like, let's do it, because that's your sustenance, right?
I mean, to me, it just makes complete sense.
Not to us.
But I don't like. Okay, so
see,
all right.
Usually I'm sleeping at 4 a.m. You're working out. So talk about that.
Now imagine you wake up at 3, you train at 4, you go 4 to 6, come home, breakfast, relax, blah, blah, blah. Now you're back at it again, 9 to 11, right? You relax, and now all of a sudden you're back at it again, 2 to 4, and now you're back at it again, 7 to 9. Look how much more training I have done by simply starting at 4, right? And so now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And by year 5 or 6, doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up because they're 5 years behind. Right? So it makes sense to get up and start your day early because you can get more work in.
Okay, so we just heard Kobe breaking it down, talking about how waking up at 4 a.m., getting that 3 or 2 hour head start on the rest of your world, on the rest of your competition, or on your life problems or your life struggles, or working towards your dreams can be very, very powerful. And so for the next about 10-15 minutes of this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to implement that and how to make the most of your time. If you do decide to wake up, and even if you don't decide to wake up, there's still so many different ways to just maximize and spend your time wisely. Just like, the legend Kobe Bryant is saying here, you really have to understand the power of what he is saying. And having have lived this for the last, since 2016, I can vouch for it 100%. Everyone I know who is on this sort of, really valuing every single second, minute, hour of the day, just able to do so much. Not that life's about doing a lot, not that success is from doing a lot or from waking up early, but if you're a person who wants to improve your performance, improve your productivity to insane levels, this is how you do it.
And a lot of times people ask me, how do you get all the stuff done that you get done? And they also ask me, or they'll make comments like, I don't have enough time to take care of myself, or I don't have enough time to work out, or have enough time to do anything other than their full-time job. And so this is just a really quick presentation, but I really think it can make a big difference in someone's life, especially if you don't already sort of carry yourself in this way. It's all about 24-hour mastery, and I'll explain the difference in a second. Okay, so who's this presentation for? First and foremost, if you're a married person, maybe you're having problems with your marriage, maybe your significant other isn't acting right, maybe you guys are just struggling, maybe you guys really do love each other and you're just trying to figure things out. This will show you exactly how to find time to be able to do those things. Maybe you want to transform your body, maybe you want to get in shape, maybe you want to start to work out and just get healthier. That's me, by the way. And you can do that as well with this strategy. And maybe you want to make more money. So maybe you want to start a side business, a side hustle. Where do you find the time to be able to do all of that and, still spend time with the kids and still do everything else you have to do? And maybe you hate your job. Like if you feel like your job is slowly crushing your soul, then perhaps you want to pay really close attention, because this will actually show you how I got out of my job and started my own business, and how my wife did the same thing. How a lot of people, I think, sort of, traveled that road. This used to be me a long time ago. I was I would say from about 2013 to 2018. I would just kind of roll out of bed, go to work. Didn't really enjoy my life. I was pretty much struggling. So, and this is my family here. Maybe you want to spend more time with your family. Maybe you want to um, just improve your relationship with your family members. There's so many different ways that you can spend the exact information in this presentation. Okay, so this presentation is not for, if you're a closed-minded Clyde, out of here. Negative Nancy, see ya. Lazy Larry, get out of here. Debbie Downer, this presentation is not for you. It will not work. It will not work. It will not work. So hopefully, if you're open-minded and you have like a positive mindset and you want to have more, be more, do more of the things that you like, this presentation will definitely help you find a way to do so. Okay, so the very first thing, and before I really get into this, I really think it's important for you guys to kind of know a little bit about me. A veterinarian by trade, but I do a lot of speaking, things of that nature. The reason I even care to be a motivational speaker, the reason I am so passionate about 24-hour mastery and well-being and happiness and self-care and personal development is because for the first 3 years after I graduated from veterinary school, I was basically miserable. My job was kind of stressful, and I didn't have any healthy ways to cope with all of that stress, and so I started to use alcohol to be able to cope with that stress. Started drinking a lot. I would literally get off of work every single day. I would go to the first gas station I would see on the way home, get an alcoholic beverage, pour it in the cup, get a Black and Mild, and I would smoke and drink and drive on the way home. And I did that. The days turned to weeks, weeks turned to months, and those months turned into about 2.5, almost 3 years of doing that. I packed on a lot of pounds. I was eating food, stress eating, and all the stuff, and smoking, multiple Black and Miles a day, drinking a lot, drinking in the mornings on my days off, and I was miserable, man. I hated life, and I was destroying my marriage and ruining my family. And it was the day after the 2016 presidential election. Something came over me, and I just decided that I was going to spend the rest of my life, every second, minute, hour, day, week, month, and year, the rest of my life pursuing my full potential. And next to choosing my profession, next to choosing my wife, next to just my spiritual beliefs and all that jazz, that was just one of the best decisions I'd ever made in my entire life, because my life completely changed. And this presentation isn't the full formula as to how to go from abusing alcohol and having a miserable life to living what I consider a life of heaven on earth. It's not the full blueprint, but this is a major part as to how I was able to accomplish all that. So the very first thing I learned how to do was to stack. All right, so the acronym I came up with, and it stands for simultaneously taking action and consuming knowledge. Okay, so what does that actually look like? So simultaneously taking action and consuming knowledge. Like an example of that would be, if you are, let's just start right here, exercising. I do this every single morning. I just finished. It's about 6 o'clock right now, and let's see, it is 6:49. I've been up since 3 o'clock, and I exercise. But I was listening to some motivation, and when I had my full-time job during my lunch break, I would actually go out to a hill, and I'd be running up and down a hill, so I'm enjoying the outdoors. I'd be brainstorming and listening to an audiobook or some type of motivation, and exercising at the same time. So there's 4 different things at the same time. So I'm improving my body, I'm improving my mind, and I'm just doing the things I love to do. Another example that everybody does this every single day: we're driving, traveling, getting stuck in traffic. While you're doing those things, you could also be listening to, not headphones necessarily in the car, but have your Bluetooth connected, an auxiliary cord. You can be listening to a book that's teaching you how to do something that you want to do. We're going to get into a little bit of detail on this, but I do gratitude exercises when I'm in the car. I'm thinking about how I can spend more time with my family while I'm in the car. I'm getting smarter by listening to books about, finance, listening to books about how to improve my marriage and so forth and so on. You can do the same thing while you're in the shower, for example. All right? Those are just a few examples of stacking. Now, this is what my morning looks like. Before I even go any further, I am not suggesting that you do this. This is what I do. It's full disclosure, right? Uh, Sleep is very important. It's important for your mental health. If you're working out, it's important for your muscle recovery. But most importantly, I think that research recommends that you get like 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And if you're an adolescent, you should definitely be getting probably 8 to 9 hours of sleep, right, for your developmental purposes. But this is what I do, and this is what I started doing that really helped me to just change my life to the point where I feel like I get my way in business and in life, and I work really hard. But this is something that actually I kind of got it from Kobe Bryant a little bit. I got it from Oprah Winfrey. I got it from The Rock, and so a lot. Will Smith. A lot of people they wake up early. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets 6 hours of sleep, and so I try to be in bed by 9 o'clock, 10 at the absolute latest. But I wake up early, 3 o'clock, meditate and pray, and then I review kind of like my dreams, purpose, new ideas, my vision of what I want to do. Why am I here? My purpose. What types of ideas do I want to try to make an impact on other people? Like the motivational speakers and influencers influence me and impacted me to come out of my rut of destroying my life with alcohol abuse. 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I start my workout. I don't work out for 2 hours, but I'm stretching, maybe listening to some motivation, getting pumped up. I do use a pre-workout supplement, so I drink that in the morning. And then while I'm actually working out, I'm listening to motivation, listening to guys like Kobe Bryant, listening to guys like Michael Jordan, listening to Roger Federer, Serena Williams, listening to the best of the best, Quincy Jones, like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos. I'm listening to a lot of the people who I admire, Steve Jobs, like just any person at the top of their industry I'll try to listen to and just extract the advice and the principles that they live by. What type of mindset do they have? I'm really interested in these things, and sometimes I'm just listening to turn up music. So music that hypes me up to work out. Sometimes I'm listening to my own content that I've created. All right, and then after I work out, I'm either going to create content, kind of like I'm doing right now. Right, at 6:49, I'm creating content, or I'm reading a book, something to help me. I actually use the same exact strategy to read 60 books in 10 months, all on business, entrepreneurship, improving my marriage, improving my life, happiness, all that jazz, right? And then at 7 o'clock, if you have kids, the kids are up by 7 usually, and your life's over, right? When the kids wake up, your life ends effectively. And in the mornings when I sleep in, I'm usually up by 5 o'clock, and then I sort of do a shortened version of when I wake up early. And if I wake up after 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'm probably pretty disappointed. I will, get over that really, really quickly. But I like to wake up really early. Yep, so I do the same thing. Now the good news is that you don't have to wake up early. I know some people are like, "Bruh, I'm not a morning person." My brother, he works really hard too. He actually stays up late and does his work. So we used to have this thing where when I wake up in the morning, I text him good night. He texted me good morning, right? And because he's about to go to sleep and I just woke up to get started in the day. And so I'm going to actually show you a 6-hour plan if you want to do the waking up early stuff, or a 9-hour plan if you'd rather get more sleep. Okay, it's your choice. All right, so the first thing is we have to learn math. Like none of this complex shit right here. Like this is I mean, good Lord knows in veterinary medicine you have to do some math, but it is nothing like all of it. I haven't done this type of math since I was like back at A&T, Aggie Pride. All right, so why did I start doing this? So I kind of got the idea of waking up early from a guy named Earl Nightingale, a motivational speaker. One of my favorite quotes from him says that it's the small refinements upon something that's already good that makes it great. So I'm always trying to just improve myself a little bit more. And he said that if you wake up 1 hour earlier than you normally do for 365 days, that equals 365 hours, right? So 1 hour per day times 365 equals 365 hours. Now, if you divide that by 40, that gives, which is the time in a typical work week, that equals 9 full 40-hour work weeks worth of time. Okay? All right, so if you wake up 1 hour earlier, that equates to 9 full 40-hour work weeks. So it's 9 weeks of Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, right? It's a 40-hour work week. That's how much time that you get from simply waking up 1 hour earlier. And what are you doing during that time? Exactly what I do. So I generate ideas to solve the problems of your life, organized planning, brainstorming, actively working on your business if that's what you want to do. You can read, you can study something. If you're trying to get smarter, you can work out, get more fit, mentally and physically. You can meditate, you can pray. If your marriage is struggling, come up with ideas as to how you can improve it, right? If your life's a bit clustered, you know what? Organized planning, brainstorm new ideas as to how to improve and solve the problems of your existence. That's a lot. That's like your boss coming up to you and you get 9 weeks off. 9 weeks off to go do whatever you want to do. It's crazy, right? And if you wake up 2 hours earlier, that equates to 18 full 40-hour work weeks worth of time. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do 3 hours earlier, which is 27 full 40-hour work weeks worth of time. And I used to wake up at 7, now I wake up at 3, so it's actually 4, which would equate to 36 full 40-hour work weeks worth of time. It's insane, but wait, there is more. It gets even better. So if you don't want to wake up early, now you would get crazy results from waking up early and doing that. You would immediately see the positive results in your life. Other people would notice it. You would notice it. Most importantly, it's going to inspire you to hunt for more time. So what I did is I cut all that social media time. Like throughout the day, you probably spend an hour on social media. I stopped watching television. I used to stay up watching Dexter, Game of Thrones, NFL football. And I had to sacrifice NFL football. I stopped watching football 2 years ago. I used to be a fanatic. I was in like 4 or 5 fantasy football leagues. My team was the Eagles. I would never miss a game. And I was always in like a bar. I got into NFL Sunday ticket because I was just, obsessed with the NFL. But I thought about it. I was like, bro, these dudes are out there living their dreams playing football, but your life is miserable. You're drinking alcohol, smoking, ruining your marriage. Like, what the F? And so I decided to take all that time and spend it on me. So if you just cut out 1 hour of television, if you watch TV for an hour, then that is another hour, right? And then oftentimes people would call me, like my friends would call me, and we'd just be talking about randomness. We'd be gossiping, talking about negative bullshit and stuff like that, right? And so I decided to cut that out, and that's like another hour. Like it literally, how much time you spend on the phone, you will be amazed at how much time you spend. Maybe even be more than an hour. But if you add those 3 hours to your 3 hours of waking up early, if you decided to do so, and that would be 54 full 40-hour work weeks worth of time spent working towards your well-being, your dream life, solving your problems, and whatever your hopes, dreams, and aspirations are. Spend all of that time, guys. You really have to think about 54 full 40-hour work weeks worth of time. I know it's possible because this is what I do every single day, and you can get so much done by doing this, right? 54. Just close your eyes. Just try to wrap your brain around that. Like 54 full 40 hours at the time. But wait, there's more. Y'all remember this dude right here? It's crazy. He passed away. So rest in peace, dude. But anyway, okay, so you're gonna be seeing such crazy results whether you decide to wake up early or whether you decided to sleep in and do the 9-hour thing. There are other times we can get more time, right? When you're in the car, I used to have a 30-minute drive to work. I would listen to Steve Jobs' Stanford graduation speech that he gave every single day. He would say that, one of my favorite parts is he would say, every morning when he woke up, he would look in the mirror and he would ask himself this question: if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do? And whenever the answer had been no for too many days in a row, he knew it was time to change something. And so I listened to that speech probably for like 3 months straight, on the way to work, on the way home, on the way to work, on the way home. And I decided that, going into work to a job that I wasn't happy with was not what I wanted to do every single day for the rest of my life. So anyway, the point is, taking the story is, it's 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. I'm studying, finding ways to improve my life. When I'm in the shower for 5, 10, 15 minutes, listening to motivation. They have inside the shower speakers. Don't put a corded speaker in the shower. You'll die. You'll die. Okay? You get electrocuted and then you'll die. You'll be sad. All right? And there was eating when you're eating. Okay? Maybe you eat for an hour. You should be eating for an hour, taking your time to be mindful. You can be mindful during that time, or you can be listening to motivation. I used to listen to audiobooks, just blowing through the books, picking up the knowledge, and finding ways to improve my life in the ways that I wanted to improve my life. And then when you clean it up, so like for example, last night I was doing laundry at about 7:30, but I was listening to an audiobook called The Power of Now or something like that. Yeah, by Eckhart Tolle or something like that. Anyway, doing that, so you have a cleaner house and you're smarter. My wife was taking care of the kids, feeding the kids. I was doing the laundry. We're teaming up on this thing. And boom, that is another 30 minutes. Sometimes people spend an hour cleaning the house. Don't just vacuum the house. Put some headphones on, put on some motivation, put on an audiobook, or do something productive while you're doing that. Or just be peaceful and just mindfully vacuum the floor, whatever you want to do. And last but not least, when you're on the toilet, keep a good book by the toilet. Keep a copy of my book, Hard Working Hard Work, or The 7 Principles, or any of the other books that I've written so far. Or you can be listening to something like this, right? And you could be on the toilet on your cell phone, Make sure you clean it off. It's nasty, your cell phone is really dirty. Anyway, and so this is going to vary. If you're a 5-minute variety, my wife, she's a 60-minute variety. I'd be like, what are you doing in there? But anyway, you could be listening to something to help you get your way in life and in business while you're on the toilet as well. If you add all this up, depending on, it's going to vary, right? But it totals approximately 4 hours. If you add those 36 full 40-hour work weeks worth of time to the 54 from earlier, you now have 90 full 40-hour work weeks worth of time working towards your well-being, your happiness, your dreams, your relationships, working on your business, making more money, whatever it happens to be, working out, improving your body. There's no way that this process can fail. Trust me, guys, you can do anything you want to do with this very simple, just like time hack. Time management is for the birds. Time management takes no regard to what it is that you want to do in life. So you can manage your time wisely and burn yourself out very quickly, but 24-hour mastery is solely based on you doing the things that you want to do in life. When you are lying on your deathbed, you're going to think back to yourself like, did I live this life the way I wanted to live it? And I'm showing you right here with this little presentation how to do that. And I did all this, guys, my wife did it too, while we still had a full-time job working 10-hour days. 10-hour days. So you're getting paid while you're doing all of this. You can create your business, learn a new skill, or just, whatever you want to do. Eliminate the excuse of not having enough time to live your best life forever. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. I don't know who this dude is, but I love his quote. And again, we do it with all that time. It's up to you. Be productive. Work towards your best life. And the best thing that you don't want to do, or the biggest thing that you don't want to do, is wake up early and scroll through your Facebook and Instagram feeds, or waste time staring at the wall because you'll be tired. It's like the worst thing you can do is wake up early and waste time. So if you decide to wake up early, I do have an ebook that you can cop. Just let me know. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel, Dream Life Motivation. Discover what you want, pursue it every single day, and I guarantee that you will achieve what you want. Live your dreams. My name is Dr. Quincy Hawley, founder of Dream Life Motivation, co-founder of Get Motivated. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share it with your friends. It really is a very effective method, and if you don't want to sacrifice your sleep, you can still get up to like 60 full 40 hours worth of time. Let me know what you think. Peace.